One man for whom the quest into history is very important is Father Tom Simmons, current rector of the Purcellville, Virginia-based congregation. Father Tom has served as celebrant at this congregation since 2002, making him the longest tenured of any pastor in its 150 years of existence. Father Tom first demonstrated his commitment to preservation of congregational history when he published a book in 2012 honoring the 100th anniversary of the building of the first St. Peter's Church. Yet now, only 9 years later, Tom is embarking on a new challenge, discovering the origins of the very first Episcopal services in the Loudoun Valley, services that predated the founding of St. Peter's by some 41 years. Like any pastor, Tom spends much of his week in his office poring over a vast library searching for inspiration to pen his next sermon. As he passes from his office to another heartily stocked library across the hall, Tom brushes shoulders with an array of figures whose influence on the congregation is immense. Tom reflects on the importance of his predecessors.
Since the first week I got here, I've been amazed at the number of my predecessors. I think I'm the 24th rector of St. Peter's Episcopal Church here in the Loudoun Valley. And you just look at that history, all of the work of all those faithful men building this congregation, serving, nurturing, and I feel like I'm standing on the shoulder of all of them. And as I, over the years, have gotten to know people who grew up here at St. Peter's, lived out their entire lives here in this congregation, hearing stories of these priests going back to the 1920s, it just fills me with a sense of purpose and support, a very strong foundation under my feet as I stand here as the rector of St. Peter's, as I seek wisdom and vision for leading us forward. I'm so glad to have this group behind me.
Tom pores over his library looking for quotes or anecdotes to fortify his upcoming sermon. As he sits down to write, he keeps pondering a single question.
Hey, Tom. I saw the article in the paper about our 150th anniversary. What are we going to do to celebrate?
Yeah, isn't that article cool?
It is. That's great.
Well, I've got this crazy idea.
Mm-hmm.
To make a video, make a long video, or lots of little videos that could become a long video, telling the story of our 150-year history.
And are we going to get it done in time?
I don't know. That's the big question.
Decides to call in the troops. He has videographers, editors, and a director in mind, but he only has 6 weeks until September 1st. They must all get right to work if this is going to become a reality in time for the anniversary. Thank you for watching, and please tune in tomorrow for our next episode of St. Peter's 150.